Hello, everybody. So what I wanted to do here today was review the rubric. I'm hearing that there's some questions, and I thought maybe if I went through the rubric, I can help you get a better idea of how to approach each section. So here we have the first section is the background of the theorist. Now, I know there's a question about level 1 and level 2 headings. So traditionally, this section works well in paragraph format, okay? Some students have bolded the list of publications. Depends on how many you have. If it's just a little, most of the theorists do have many publications, but you can just list a few of them. You can bullet point them. Listing them in sentence format can be a little bit, hard to follow, but use your judgment, okay? You should find all this experience, all of these in your research. If not, let me know, just so I know that you tried and you couldn't find it, okay? Heading down to the theory and model meta paradigm. Many times this is separated out with level 2 headings, okay? So the comprehensive description, that actually is paragraph format. Basically share a comprehensive description. And when you see the words comprehensive, keep in mind it's not 1 or 2 sentences. You do need a significant amount of description of your theory, okay? Sometimes the major concepts are part of that, but you don't have to focus on that too much because you are going to be discussing that in the next section. And that should be just small, there's usually short phrases or just a couple words for the major concepts, okay? Assumptions or propositions, some theories have both, some have one or the other. If you do find a lot of information for each of them, you can just share a few of them so you're not burdening this section with a lot of information, okay? So use your space carefully in your paper, okay? Strengths and limitations, you can put these two together in the same section if you like, okay? Again, if you don't find this information in your research, just let me know. Don't write it in your paper. Just send me a message. Because if I don't see it's in the paper, I'll think that you just didn't address it. Kind of same thing with nursing practice. If you didn't write it, you didn't do it, right? And the setting is where the theory is usually focused on. There's some theories that are focused in psychiatric nursing, but you might not find that is discussed. So just see what you can find. Don't spend an inordinate amount of time if you can find something. I'd rather you get more out of the really the application part of this paper than anything else. The meta paradigm is basic. You will see, now this again is not a definition of the concepts of the meta paradigm, but applying those theory concepts to each of those. The Current Nursing website is a great website to find this information, okay? Okay, remember, this is the only time you're writing about the meta paradigm is right here. Do not refer to nursing, person, and all of that going forward. So, in the application to practice, here, again, you're going to talk about how the concepts are used when you provide care. So, I know Dorothea Orum's theory really well, self-care theory. So, for example, when you're planning care, right, you might want to talk about education of self-care to the caregiver or to the patient. And so that's where that self-care concept is going to come in, where you're going to be educating your patient on that concept. Self-care is a pretty easy theory to be able to apply here. If you have applied to the standards, if you have questions, please be in touch. That Current Nursing website also shares information about the nursing process, right? Standards 1 through 6 on how the theories apply. So please check out that website. And yeah, this here is also pretty self-explanatory. Each of these sections would be, you would have like a level 1 heading, which would be application to practice, and then a level 2 heading for this one, and then another level 2 for this one. Okay. And then for application to research, this would be, I mean, basically, you can have this as a level 1 heading, of course, but you don't have to have level 2 headings. You can have a couple of paragraphs describing the research and applying the concepts in different paragraphs. And then letter B could be, you know, just another discussion, another explanation about, just in general, about how theory and research work together. Okay? Because I understand that level 2 headings take up space in your paper, but they are necessary and used in publication when space is a problem, right? You can only have like 7 to 8 pages in a journal. So I do understand the concern about that. Reflection, really just a paragraph or so. And, you know, the formatting rules, check out that sample APA paper. Use that as a guideline for your headings, for the title page, for the headers, for page numbers, everything. And that's where the APA checklist is also helpful. It tries to help you kind of stay on target with the guidelines. Okay. And basically, this video is already almost 7 minutes, so I don't want to take up more of your time. I hope this is helpful. I look forward to hearing from anybody if you have questions, okay? Alrighty.